All right, everybody, I'm in a rig you probably don't recognize. It's like, what is this? I am doing a tour today with Kathy Decree. Kathy has been with me a very long time and has been such a wonderful supporter. And she came down all the way from New Jersey to Quartzsite this weekend so that we could meet in person. She has been a moderator for my channel. She was the coordinator when the Coco Fam patrons adopted a llama and that llama's baby. She did that for a couple of years. And in 2020, when I got stranded, she even offered to bring me her bus that she had just bought. And that's where I am today, sitting in Kathy's bus. You're going to get to meet Kathy and see a tour of her bus. It is in the making, but she got in it and drove down here, and if she can, you can too. Let's go meet Kathy.
Today is a good day today. It's a good day today.
Hi, Kathy.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm great, and I'm so glad that you are here and that we get to spend some time together this weekend.
Me too. I can't even tell you how excited I am to finally meet you.
Yeah, and you drove all the way down here. You've been trying year after year.
4 years, the Coco Fest.
Yeah, every year. And so it's just a treat today. And Jana Frugal, our VGal, will be back in a minute because you said you've been collecting stuff that you had bought for us over the years, and you brought it with you. That's so sweet. So everybody can see parts of your bus behind you. Tell us the history of the bus. You getting it, what your plans are, what your dreams are.
Well, it started with my dad. We were camping when we were young. He always said he wanted to get a bus and turn it into a camper. It never happened. When I got older, I understood why he wanted a bus. So I knew I always wanted to do this. So in November 2020, I got a hold of AAA sales in Phoenix, and that's what they do. They take buses off auctions and out of school districts, and they strip it down for you, and they make sure the engine's running. And I flew out to Phoenix and drove back with no problem. I had a lot of fun. And then since then, I had a couple years where I couldn't work on it at all because I've had some surgeries from a car accident and I fractured my neck, but everything is good. Knock on wood. And so then little by little, I've been working on it, and I just had to come. I couldn't wait any longer to say, when the bus is done, I'll come out. I just wanted to come. I didn't want to miss this moment. I got up the nerve. And just also to share is that I do have PTSD, and this is something that I do for recovery. And it works.
Absolutely. I'm sitting up front in the driver's seat, and we'll show you around here in a little bit. But yes, absolutely. She has PTSD. She is a veteran, and she was in a horrific car accident, and like she said, had the surgeries and everything, and is a fellow TBI thriver, traumatic brain injury. So we have a lot in common, and it's been a pleasure getting to know her for that. But to be able to get in her bus, it not finished, and drive down here just because she knew it was something she needed to do for herself should be inspiration to all of you. So tell us what the bus is, what year, make, model. It's a Shorty, right?
Yes, it's a short bus. It's a 2004 Chevy Express 3500. It has a 6.0 liter gas engine. It's a 6-window bus, so it's 29 feet, and I came out of the school district in Phoenix, so yeah. I'm real, doesn't have rust. That's why I flew all the way here to get it, because I'm on the East Coast. It is all rust there because of the salt air and everything. So I lucked out and it was worth it to me to fly out and get the clean bus.
Yes.
I did get under it right away when I got home, washed it all, and then sprayed it all rubberized black all underneath so it wouldn't get any rust, and it will stay with me for years to come.
Oh man, I probably ought to do that to okay, what's the name of my rig? Phoenix.
Phoenix.
Yeah. So speaking of names, tell them what the name of your bus is.
The name is Jack's Dream. It's my father. I did it for him, and I think he's smiling down and really happy that I'm taking this on.
Absolutely. All right, you ready to show us around a little bit?
Sure.
Okay. All right, Kathy, we're looking forward to seeing your bus. But first of all, I want everybody to know you've got like what, 25, 30 years carpentry experience?
0.
0. And you are doing all of this yourself.
I'm trying.
You're doing it, and you're doing it by watching YouTube videos.
Yes, YouTube University.
I love it. I love it. So again, if you don't have carpentry experience, doesn't mean you can't do this. So walk us through your bed and dining room situation here.
Okay. This is my dinette, and the table I push down to make the couch, and then right now we pull it out, pull the leaf up, and I can also pull this out. And when I do this, I can have friends over. I'm able to sit for people around the table, play some cards and eat, and then also this drops down and then it makes a nice double bed.
And you did this yourself?
Yes.
That's amazing. Did you make your cushions too?
No, these lawn chair cushions.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Well,
Lawn chair cushions I got at Ollie's.
That is awesomeness.
Yeah, and then this is all storage underneath also. You always have to have storage. You have to find a place to store things so everything's out of the way. You don't want anything falling all over you.
Yeah, well, that is amazing. And on the other side, on the other wall, you've got your kitchen that you have framed out your windows and everything yourself, haven't you?
Yes, I did.
All right, tell us about what we're looking at now.
Well, my counter, first of all, is a butcher block, and I just stained it with the dark charcoal so it would match, trying to get everything to match up. My new stove's able to cut this out. You move it right in, and here's my sink. It's a nice deep sink, not hooked up yet. I don't have any water hooked up yet. Using jugs, and that'll work.
That's okay. You were able to hit the road and get down here, so that's good.
And as you come across here, this is going to be a nice big cabinet and a couple drawers. And then this is my pantry. It's going to be a slide-out pantry. I already have all the drawer slides and everything, so I will be so happy whenever all the cabinets are going to be up here, and it won't be...
Oh, nice. So you're going to have overhead cabinets?
Yes, overhead cabinets on this side, and for the food or for plates and dishes and all that good stuff. Yeah.
Lovely. All right, so now we're looking at the cab, and we're going to show them the doors and everything, but you have regular doors, which is so nice. You don't know how blessed you are to have gotten a bus like that. That is amazing.
Well, AAA sales, Tony over there, he sold me on it. He said with me being a single female, this would be a lot more secure than bus doors.
Yeah, absolutely. So what's your plans for your cab?
The wall's gonna go all the way up. This will all be cabinets. It's all gonna be cabinets. This might even be some open cabinets overhead. But that way I'll be able to keep, like I said, you have to have storage. Everything has to have its place. I've heard that from Debra before.
Yeah.
Everything has to have a place, and that's what this is all going to be.
That's going to be so nice. Yeah, that's going to be. It already is nice, and you're like what, about halfway through, maybe, I would say.
Maybe.
Yeah. Oh, it's so nice. And I just show y'all, she even has a fantastic fan. You're just doing a bang up job. Let's see the rest of it.
Okay.
All right, moving on back toward the bus, she just shared with me that over here is going to be her electrical closet. That is so cute. And then, of course, her full-size refrigerator and freezer. That is electric, and you got it at Home Depot, right?
Magic Chef.
Magic
Everybody knows
Chef.
that name.
Yeah.
I got it there.
All right, perfect. Thanks. Let's move on back. So now in the back, we've got your bedroom and bathroom, eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah, so show them the slats that you built to put the bed on.
This is where the bed is going to be, on the 2x4s, and it goes this way. And that way my water tank can be underneath the bed and any other storage, which you can see there's a lot here right now, but the storage will be underneath.
And that's going to be so nice. And you are going to have a high mattress like me, and I love being able to look out my windows. Yes, it's going to be so nice. So that's going to be lovely. And you're standing in your bathroom. Tell us about the floor and what you've had to do for your gray water tank.
Well, my gray water tank is underneath, and I separate it, make sure with water in balance. That's why the fresh water's on this side, gray water's going to be on this side. But there was no struts under this floor. In fact, This floor was nothing anybody ever saw. When we pulled it up, it was rippled like corrugated tin. That's the floor it's on here. And I tried everywhere asking people if they ever saw it and should I hang on to it. So when I did my gray water tank, I had to come through the floor all the way up with the bolts to try so I could have something to hold on to.
Yeah.
So I had to build these slats up higher than the bolt, and this will be where I lay my mortar for my shower.
Oh, that's going to be so nice. You are just doing, that's a lot of work, but it is going to be so cool. Can we have an after tour when you're done, when you come back down next year or whenever you get done?
I'll be down next year, and yes, you're going to have a tour.
Okay, awesomeness.
I'll be happy.
Kathy was just telling me that it is going to be a wet bath because you're putting in what kind of mortar?
It's a Featherlight micro mortar, they call it, and you can just looks like stucco. I'll have waterproof on it, and all the walls, everything's going to be done inside the shower.
Nice. And so you're going to have a shower and a wet bath there, and you went for the composting toilet instead of a black tank, but you will have a gray tank.
Yes.
Awesomeness.
Yeah, so that way I'll be able to do, number one, I'm going to put a pipe all the way down to the gray water tank so I don't have to empty that jug either.
Right.
It'll go right down to the gray water.
Nice. Very nice. Well, I just want to tell you thank you for having us in your home, because I know that you are a part-timer. You've got a Sticks and Bricks in New Jersey with your daughter.
Yes.
But, and by the way, hi Kylie, if you're watching this.
She's going to watch it.
Yeah, and I'm so proud of her for supporting you in everything that you want to do. And and thank you for letting us do this tour, because I know it's hard for people when they have everything all spit, shine, and polish, but you're showing us the before, and I think it's real important that people get to see that.
I agree with you.
Thank you, Kathy.
Anybody
I'm
can do
realizing
this.
one thing we forgot to talk about, sweetheart, is your insulation. Tell us about it.
This is sheep's wool. It's Havelock. That's the brand. We use sheep's wool instead of regular foam board because it doesn't have, it blows away the condensation. And that's what causes rust in your vehicle inside. So that's what the sheep's wool for.
Yeah, and then you've got some rattle trap up too.
Yep.
And behind the walls that are finished is the sheep wool and the rattle trap and everything already done. So that's everywhere.
That's correct.
All right, that's great. Oh, so tell us about the green and the paint that you did. You've already told us you did the rubber undercoating. Tell us what you've done on the outside.
The outside is green. Originally was for the Army, but it also is, I'm a Philly Eagles fan. Woohoo! And so it is green. I used a product called Duracoat, which is recycled rubber tire pieces. So that's what's all on the outside. And then I took another coat of metal exterior, same color, and went right over it just to make sure it was all packed in there. So that's what's on the outside.
Well, it looks really good, and I thought it was rhino liner, so I'm glad you told us about that Duracoat. That's really cool. Well, thank you again. It has been a true pleasure, and now we get to go play.
Yeah, let's go.